What's up, everybody? A little while ago I built a PC. I built it from the ground up, all new parts. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to put a link in the description. And in this PC, I put two solid state drives. My two Samsungs, okay? And I love them. The operating system's running off an SSD. I've always heard people talking about how they run their operating systems on an SSD and it's super fast and it changes the game and blah, 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 blah. It really does, especially from fire up. As soon as you fire it up, boom, it starts. When you have a standard 7200 RPM hard drive, very, very slow. I can only imagine a 5400 RPM hard drive from boot, booting up your damn operating system. So I really love the SSDs. I love the load times in the games and everything like that. So I started to think to myself, well, why can't I have this on my PlayStation or on my Xbox? I currently don't have an Xbox. I gave my Xbox One X to my son. So in this case, for my PS4. So I started looking up some videos, and this is why. I started playing the Division, oh dear God, the Division 2 on consoles again recently, about, I want to say a little over a week ago. And the pop people, I remember why I left. The pop-in is atrocious. There's sound bugs. I'm aiming down my sights at enemies that aren't even fully loaded in. I was like, gosh damn, I remember this. The pop-in in this game is horrendous on PS4 Pro. On the X, I fired it up. I own it on the X as well, and I own it on the PC. You know how I do. I played it on my son's X, and he's got a 4K TCL. That sucker is clean. The X version looks sharper than the PS4 Pro version. I was like, damn, I shouldn't have given this away. But I'd have to do everything all over again, so I wouldn't want to do that anyway. But the pop-in's bad on that too. I was like, consoles suck. It's got to be the 5400 RPM drive. It's got to be the slow-ass hard drive in these consoles. So anyways, I start looking up videos. I start looking up YouTube videos for the Division 2 external hard drive. And I start seeing a lot of people that installed it internally on their PS4 Pros. So they installed an SSD internally. It helps with the operating system. It helps with the load times. And, you know, this and that. There are a few videos that show just a few seconds difference. Nothing major. But in the Division 2, I'm seeing major differences. So I went out and bought one. I bought a little 500 gig just to test her. I bought this. The Samsung T5 portable SSD. And I plugged this in to my PS4 Pro in the back. Did you see that? I just spit. I plugged this in. So I plugged this into the back of the console. That's it. Set it up just like an external hard drive, because that's what it is. I download the Division 2 on it, people. The difference is insane. Now, the startup difference, it's only a little faster when the game starts up. The game starts up slow. The Division 2 starts up slow. It's not even that fast on my SSD on my computer. So at first I'm like, you know, I didn't like the way that started up, but you know what, whatever. The pop-in. I'm not going to say the pop-in is fixed. I'm not going to tell you that, because that would be a lie. But to tell you that the pop-in isn't night and day better on this SSD, people, night and day difference. It was so distracting, I didn't even want to play the game. Forget about the fact that the Division 2 is nothing but shooting. You don't even have a hovercraft where you drive like you have in Destiny. This game is walking and shooting. If you are not walking, you are shooting. Or you're going through your inventory, breaking shit down, or, you know, trying to maximize your build. The game is 99% shooting. And for this game to be 30 FPS is just absolutely and totally ridiculous. It should not have been 30 FPS, but for it to be 30 FPS and dealing with this kind of pop-in, dealing with this sound glitch that happens constantly. If you guys play the Division 2, you know what I'm talking about. The sound glitch is so aggravating. This is the sound glitch.
Civilians in distress.
So you see, that happens to me constantly. Every time I play the game, every time I fast travel somewhere, it is ridiculous. The sound goes out constantly. The pop-in is atrocious.
Friendly combatants detected. Friendly control point detected.
It's just like, you know what, man, I don't even want to play the game. But my man LJ, he owns it on PS4. I like to play the Division 2 with him. He doesn't have a PC. He's too cheap to buy a PC, so we play on garbage ass console. So I need to have at least something to keep me pushing along in this game. Something I don't want to see the pop-in, because graphically the game still looks nice on the premium consoles. It really does. Even on the Pro, it looks nice. But when you factor in all this pop-in, when the tires look like, I don't know, they look like clouds that then load into tires, and it just happens everywhere. The fast travel, people, the fast travel is so much faster. I'm not going to tell you that fast travels like it does on the PC, but it's close. It's close. My man LJ is trailing by 2 minutes. And that's not even exaggeration. Check this out.
On my way.
I'm inside buying shit. That's fast, man. It's faster on PC still.
Does it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Something about the console still bottlenecks it. So you don't get the full potential, but what level are your gloves?
Hold on, I'm still fast.
You're still not here? Oh my god.
It's loading. I don't
Wow.
Now, I don't know what you guys know about the Division 2 fast travel system, but if you look up some console load times, it can take forever. This is the external SSD. Look at the top left. Look at that loading from an external SSD drive. Now I'm gonna throw in a city run here right quick. Going around a corner. I want you to look at the difference in the pop-in between this clip and the last clip that I uploaded. Just look at it. Again, there's minor pop-in still, but signs are loaded, trees are loaded, the building is loaded. It's just a big difference. And for $80, 80 measly dollars to make my performance smoother, I'm with it. And here's another thing that I found out about this. I used to play Black Ops 4 a lot. I don't play Black Ops 4 anymore. I used to play it, I think January was the last time I was really into the game. I got bored, I don't really play it anymore. I installed that on this SSD. Well, if you know anything about Black Ops 4, you're running it externally, internally on a standard hard drive, you know that it completely and totally messes up the UI. It freezes it up. It's obviously a very demanding game. It freezes it up. So you go out of the menu like freezes. Oh, I'm talking about you go to the UI. You hit the PlayStation button, go to the UI, everything's freezing up. You try to share a clip. It takes forever. People, it's on, Black Ops 4 is on an external hard drive, and the UI runs like butter. I'm going to record a little tidbit of this so you can see, so you know I'm not bullshitting you. If you want to record a clip, seamless. Alright, check it out. We just got in a game of Blackout. We're in the little lobby here. Now, originally, this is the portable hard drive, just like I told you. Originally, the UI is like super glitchy when I'm in game. Watch this. Look at that. Super fast. You can go back and forth. It does not do this on my regular hard drive. It like freezes, it goes back to the game. You know, it's just very, very smooth. And this is on the external, man. Boom, back out. Easy. Easy money, people. So much better. So much better. Alright, I just landed in-game. Now I want to record a clip. Watch this. Hit the share button. Boom. Look at that. It's already ready. I can already save the clip. People, with a regular hard drive, that shit took forever. Seamless. Seamless. And it's external. I can't stress that enough. You would think it would have to be internal to get the game capture to work that well, but no. Outside or external hard drive works awesome. Same with the Division 2. I would have to wait. Not with this SSD installed. So, I want you to bear in mind, I've only played 2 games. But if you play the Division 2 and you hated the pop-in, but you thought the game had potential, this is a must. If you still play Black Ops 4 for whatever reason and you got brain damage, this is a must. You have to get this. I don't know if it'll fix every game. I don't know if there'll be big improvements to every game. These are the worst, or Division 2 is the worst case of pop-in I can think of. Days Gone, I have a feeling Days Gone is a victim to the 5400 RPM hard drive. I really do. I think if you put it on the T5 SSD, or hell, get the 860 Evo, get this and install it internally on your PlayStation. You can do that. You can put this in your PlayStation. It's a terabyte. The T5 was 800 bucks, idiot. The T5 500 gig, this was $80. And for a terabyte SSD to put in your PlayStation internally, you can get this for 160 bucks. You know, small price to pay for more speed. Again, you're not going to get the performance that you get on the PC from this hard drive. It's not built that way. There's a bottleneck. There's bottleneck action going on because it's a console. But it will improve your experience. So that's all I got for you. Long-winded video. I don't know what we're on. Check it out. And I'm not being paid by anybody. I'm not being promoted by anybody. This is my own shit. I bought it to improve the Division 2. I was pleasantly surprised by the results. So if you're in the market for an SSD, I'd start out small. Get the T5, 80 bucks, 500 gigabyte. What do you got to lose? You don't need all these games installed. You don't need a 4 terabyte hard drive with 100 games installed. You don't need that. I had that. You can't decide what to play. Just keep the games you're playing on this. When you're done, uninstall them. New game comes out, put it on this. Boom. You get more game time. Some games don't. More games don't get as neglected. Your backlog becomes easier. Having all that shit on your hard drive, it's too many options. I know that doesn't sound right, but that's just how it is. All right, guys. I'll holler at you later.